Ash Barty. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's good to have you in this special week. Have you enjoyed your time?
Absolutely love it. I think I'm like everyone else around this time of year in Melbourne. You get absolutely engrossed in the tennis. You get wrapped up in all of the storylines, the drama, obviously the quality tennis, and yeah, I love being back down here.
Did you ever think growing up essentially at Melbourne Park and playing tennis around Australia that you'd see the sport at the level that it is now in terms of it being such a global event and the vibe here this year?
It's a festival, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to see the growth of this tournament in particular over the last 5 or 10 years has been amazing. You can genuinely come here and not watch one ball struck on the tennis court and have a great day. And I think it really does offer something for everyone. And to be able to see now tennis just how global it is, how dominant it is. It's nice to see and nice to be involved in because it's a sport you can play for life.
And you've got a new baby now, a fashion baby.
Yes, working with a good friend of mine in Pat Rafter. And our brand Rally. It's only a year old, so it's really exciting to be sort of bringing something new and fresh for us, kind of out of our comfort zone a little bit.
I was going to say, were you always sort of interested in doing your own businesses and clothing line and fashion in the past? Like, what made you go, okay, I'm going to give it a crack?
Well, I think it's about doing it with great people, and that's what we love to do. And Pat and I working together is so much fun, and we get to really go outside of our comfort zone a little bit, get creative, and I think that's what we love doing in our spare time. I think Pat's got a little bit more spare time than I do it these days.
Yeah, fair.
But it is nice to be able to do something with quality people and try and create a product that everyday Aussies can really enjoy. They can get around and use when they're playing pickle, paddle, tennis, lifestyle, whatever it is. You can go out there and feel good and look good.
Because it's not just Pat Rafter that's involved in this as well. Like, you've got some really big names, like Bernard Fanning's investing with you as well.
It's really cool. I mean, I think that's when you can bring some really cool people together, you can create something that's really special, and that's what we're aiming to do. Have fun doing it, be really authentic, organic, and just enjoy ourselves.
What are your business meetings like with all these high achievers, like your board meetings?
To be fair, we're not quite sitting in a place all at once together yet. We will get there eventually, I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be a nice cruisy pub or something, or someone's kitchen table or backyard, however it is.
Have you got a favourite piece?
I really do love what I actually wore on Saturday night when I played on Rod Laver Arena, the kind of the Rally muscle tank. I really love it. Beautiful material. It's one of our new pieces, and it was just so comfortable being out on the court and, in an environment that I'm so comfortable in. It had been a few years, so it felt nice to be out there, not having to worry about.
Because do you think about it, and I imagine you think about it in a completely different way because it's fun now for you, isn't it?
It is fun. It is fun, and it needs to be functional. It needs to be comfortable, and I think that was the best thing, is being able to just go out there and enjoy myself, and know that we're kind of building something that hopefully becomes really special.
Now, racket sports as a broader term, we've actually spent a lot of time on the show this week talking about pickleball.
It's mad.
I love it.
Do
you like it?
I've played pickle quite a lot in the States a few years ago.
Yeah.
Pickle was more popular in America when I was over there, and then paddle was dominating Europe.
What's the difference between the two?
Pickle is sort of like it's a smaller court, and obviously different rules, but paddle has the big glass walls. So paddle's like squash on steroids, really. It's crazy how you can use the geometry of the court, but pickle's a little bit more low-key than paddle.
Well, because pickleball has taken off, especially around Victoria, but also for a certain demographic of people like my age, in their 40s and 50s and 60s maybe, because you get the fun and enjoyment of tennis, but you don't have to move around as much.
Yeah, because it's such a small court, I think you're able to play it with pure enjoyment. It doesn't matter your skill level. You can find people that are adaptive to your skill level, but you can also then play in singles and really get your heart rate up and really compete with it. It's great for kids to be able to get into a racket sport where it's kind of a short place to have to hit the ball. But paddle is a whole nother level. When you see something, I mean, if you like many of us have, you get stuck on a YouTube kind of scrolling.
What do you usually doom scrolling nowadays?
I mean, I don't have a lot of time to doom scroll, but when I have some of the paddle points that you can see, you've got people running outside of the glass to hit it back. Like, it's exceptional.
Because you're a sporting freak. You're not just good at tennis. You're good at everything. So imagine you pick up any sort of racket or ball sport and you just kind of adapt to it, yeah?
It comes pretty naturally. But who is sneaky good is Pat. Is paddle obsessed.
Really?
He represented Australia as well
Did he?
late last year. So
how'd he go?
I think he would have liked to have done better. But we still pump up his tyres again. He goes all right, Paddy.
And how have you managed this week? I imagine you got support from your partner as well, but how have you managed bringing your child to the tennis for the first... Or have you brought him before?
Yes, Hayes has come down before. He's come to a couple of Australian Opens now, but it's nice to have the whole family down this time. And what's really enjoyable is I can come in and really enjoy the tennis as a spectator and bring both Jordan and Hayden sort of into my work world. But then when we go home, we go to the park.
Because is he 3 now?
Not quite, 2.5.
You see, this
so
is like wild years.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if I'm Arthur or Martha, or if it's Monday or Wednesday. So some days.
welcome. And so you're juggling that. You're juggling your business, and you're juggling what you're doing here as an ambassador for the Open as well. So how do you manage it all?
I'm lucky to have support from everyone in all facets of my life. Obviously, having support from my family when I'm at home, and still my team, who is pretty much the same when I played. No longer my coach or my physical trainer, but there's still the support network there that I need, and I absolutely love spending time with them. Did
you catch some of the Djokovic match yesterday? And the fact that he's managed to get through with he's been the luckiest player in this tournament. Like, he's barely played, really.
I actually didn't see it. I was at Ben Crow's book launch last night.
Yep.
So I was spending time with Crowe on stage launching his book, so I didn't see it, but I saw the result this morning and kind of was able to piece together what happened. But yeah, I think now he's got an opportunity to play against Yannick, and really nothing to lose.
And how unlucky, like in your career, did you ever witness that type of thing where it's like an instant injury and you just know and you've got to retire and that's it? Like, because that was so upsetting, I think, for Musetti. Like, it was a really interesting match.
Yeah, it never happened to me, but it happened to, obviously, I've seen matches where it's happened before. I think most athletes have had injuries that they've had to manage, or niggles that they've had to manage over the time, and sometimes they get worse and to a point where you can't play. But thankfully in my career, I never had kind of that acute injury that forced me to withdraw right on the spot. So you really do feel for Musetti, and hopefully he's able to recover well enough that it doesn't impact his season too much, because obviously anything around the hip and groin can be really uncomfortable for a laterally moving athlete.
I imagine you are naturally a private person, like you're sort of not seeking the spotlight in your general life, knowing you a little bit. But when you saw the image of Coco Gauff there and the cameras, and now the WTA has come out today and said we actually support our players and we are concerned about the intrusion of their privacy. When you played, were you always acutely aware that the camera might be on you? And do you think that that's gotten too far now?
Yeah, I think it's from a player's point of view. I think it's being aware of where the cameras are, and it's knowing the places that you can go for that private conversation with your team, or that private moment for yourself. And it's just about being aware for that. I think, no doubt, over the last few years, the visibility for the public has increased. There are more cameras around to give the public more of an insight into what players go through, whether they're warming up, they're stretching, they're in the gym, they are having those discussions with their teams. I think from a player's point of view, and certainly from my point of view, it was just about being aware of where those areas are where you can have those private conversations. And for us, for a lot of the time, we did it off-site, whether it was at my house or hotel room or whatever it is.
So you threw the racket in your hotel room?
No, I never threw my racket. That was kind of it wasn't my way of sort of expressing myself. I had certainly plenty of heated and animated discussions with my team, and that was a way that we would work through things and process things. But it's, without a doubt, it's about being aware of your surroundings and knowing that there's a time and a place to be able to have those discussions.
So the WTA coming out today and saying we don't want as many cameras, or we want to take a look at that. Are you supportive of that?
Oh, I mean, I think they're obviously supporting the players to make sure that they're in an environment that can bring out their best tennis, which means they need to be happy and healthy and comfortable with the environment that they're in. So I think, from the WTA's perspective, they are absolutely supporting their players.
Obviously, tonight is a big night for the women here. Who's going to win?
Yeah, one of the best nights, isn't it? It's exciting to have the semi-final, the women's semi-finals, and really the pointy end of the tournament. This is one of the best evening sessions to come to, I believe.
Back,
yeah, because you get to see quality players, some of the best in the world, and I mean, hard to go past Arena.
Yeah.
I think just, she's been so dominant at this event numerous times now, and I think for me, Alina Rybakina was kind of one of my smokies early in the event, and the way that she's been able to move through the draw and dominate in her matches has been really good. And it's a flip of a coin, though. When you're playing the world's best against the world's best, the margins are so fine. It's 1 point, it's one opportunity, it's 1-30-all short forehand that you might get. So it's really about taking the opportunity when it presents itself.
And on the men's side of the draw?
Oh, we're almost at the dream final. I think again for a lot of the public with Carlos and Yannick, their level of tennis has just gone above and beyond all expectations and all possibilities. It's been amazing that rivalry has been created, and I think it's hard to again go past those two men making it through to the final. But we'll wait and see.
When you get to this pointy end, having been here, do you miss it?
No. I don't. The memories come flooding back, but I don't wish I was out there, which I think is a really healthy place to be because I have so many happy memories, and some awful ones as well, but I have happy memories from here, and I think it's a really nice way to celebrate it.